Hey everyone, today we're uncovering the Soviet Union's most secret and powerful World War II weapons. From massive tanks and rocket launchers to unusual experimental creations, these weapons shaped history. Get ready to explore their firepower, design, and the incredible stories behind them. Alright, let's get started. Number 10. Dog mines, anti-tank dogs. During World War II, the Soviet Union developed a highly unusual and experimental weapon, anti-tank dogs. These dogs were trained to carry explosives and run underneath enemy tanks, where the bomb would detonate, destroying the target. The concept was born out of necessity when German armored divisions posed a significant threat on the Eastern Front. Despite their ingenuity, the program had mixed results. Many dogs became confused under battlefield conditions and sometimes ran towards Soviet tanks instead, causing friendly fire incidents. Nevertheless, the anti-tank dogs reflected the desperate measures and innovative strategies employed during wartime. They were lightweight, fast, and small enough to navigate the battlefield, making them theoretically effective against heavily armored vehicles. The program was largely secret, and today, anti-tank dogs are remembered as one of the strangest military experiments of the era. Their legacy remains a testament to Soviet innovation under extreme wartime pressures. Number 9. Su-76 self-propelled gun. The Su-76 was a light and highly versatile self-propelled gun used extensively by the Soviet Union during World War II. It was built on a light tank chassis and mounted a 76.2 mm gun, providing both mobility and firepower for infantry support. The Su-76 played a critical role in supporting infantry assaults, destroying enemy fortifications, and engaging light to medium armored vehicles. Its simplicity in mass production made it one of the most widely deployed Soviet armored vehicles of the war. The vehicle was reliable in difficult terrain, including mud and snow, which was common on the Eastern Front. Crew members valued its maneuverability, ease of maintenance, and ability to provide rapid-fire support during fast-paced operations. The Su-76's effectiveness in combined arms tactics highlighted the Soviet strategy of pairing infantry with mobile artillery. Overall, it was a workhorse of the Red Army and a key contributor to Soviet battlefield successes. Number 8. KV-2 heavy tank. The KV-2 was a Soviet heavy tank deployed during World War II, known for its massive 152 mm howitzer and nearly impenetrable armor for early war standards. Designed to break through fortified positions and support infantry, the KV-2 was a formidable presence on the battlefield. Its large turret allowed it to fire high explosive shells capable of demolishing bunkers, artillery positions, and strongpoints. However, the tank's sheer size and weight made it slow and cumbersome, limiting its mobility in rough terrain and urban environments. Despite its limitations, the KV-2 struck fear into German troops during the early years of Operation Barbarossa, particularly in defensive battles around Leningrad and Moscow. Only a limited number were produced due to complex manufacturing and logistical challenges. The KV-2 remains a symbol of Soviet ingenuity in heavy armor design, demonstrating the USSR's focus on combining firepower, protection, and psychological impact during the war. Number 7. Howitzer B4 203 mm. The B4 203 mm howitzer, nicknamed Stalin's sledgehammer, was a heavy artillery piece used by the Soviet Union in World War II. Designed for siege operations, it could fire massive high-explosive shells capable of destroying bunkers, fortifications, and heavy structures at long range. The B4 was towed by heavy tractors, allowing it to be deployed where needed, although its size limited rapid mobility. Its devastating firepower played a crucial role during key offensives on the Eastern Front, including assaults on heavily defended cities and fortified German positions. Crews needed careful coordination to operate the weapon effectively, but when employed correctly, it could decisively shape the battlefield. The B4 howitzer symbolized Soviet reliance on sheer artillery power to support infantry and armored advances. Despite its limited numbers, its psychological and destructive impact on enemy troops was significant, making it one of the most feared artillery pieces of the war. Number 6. 305 mm TM312 railway gun. The 305 mm TM312 was a massive Soviet railway gun used during World War II, primarily for coastal defense and siege operations. Mounted on specially reinforced railway carriages, it could deliver heavy artillery fire over long distances, targeting enemy fortifications, ports, and troop concentrations. Its enormous shells caused devastating destruction, capable of demolishing bunkers and heavily reinforced structures. While the gun's size and dependence on rail tracks limited mobility, its strategic placement allowed the Soviets to control key approaches and provide long-range fire support. Crews operating the TM312 had to manage complex logistics, including shell handling and precise targeting. The weapon's psychological impact was as significant as its physical firepower, intimidating enemy troops who faced artillery they could neither evade nor easily counter. The 305mm railway gun remains a testament to Soviet engineering, combining raw firepower with strategic planning in wartime artillery design. Number 5. PTRS-41 Anti-Tank Rifle. The PTRS-41 was a semi-automatic anti-tank rifle developed by the Soviet Union during World War II to counter German armored vehicles. Chambered for a powerful 14.5mm round, it could penetrate early war tank armor, providing infantry with a portable solution against enemy tanks. While effective at short ranges and against light to medium armor, its size and recoil required well-trained crews to operate efficiently. The rifle complemented other anti-tank measures, such as mines and artillery, and was widely used in the early and mid-years of the war before heavier armor rendered it less effective. Soldiers valued its ability to give infantry some capability against armored threats in situations where heavier weapons were unavailable. The PTRS-41's production reflected the Soviet focus on equipping ground forces with versatile weapons suitable for rapid deployment and battlefield adaptation. It remains a notable example of innovative infantry anti-tank design during World War II. Number 4. PPSH-41 Submachine Gun. The PPSH-41 was one of the most iconic weapons of the Soviet Union during World War II. Known for its high rate of fire, reliability, and simplicity, it became the standard submachine gun for Red Army infantry. Chambered in 7.62 x 25mm Tokarev, the PPSH-41 could fire up to 900 rounds per minute, making it extremely effective in close-quarters combat such as urban warfare and forested areas. Its drum magazine allowed for sustained fire, while the stick magazine provided an alternative for rapid reloading. The weapon was simple to produce, enabling mass manufacturing and widespread distribution across Soviet forces. Its performance in harsh conditions, extreme cold, mud, and dust, proved superior to many contemporary firearms. The PPSH-41 not only equipped soldiers with formidable firepower but also symbolized the Soviet ability to mass-produce practical and deadly weapons during wartime. Number 3. BM-13 Katyusha Rocket Launcher. The BM-13 Katyusha, famously nicknamed Stalin's organ, was a Soviet multiple rocket launcher widely used during World War II. Mounted on trucks, it provided a mobile platform capable of firing dozens of rockets in rapid succession, creating massive destruction across enemy lines. Its psychological effect was enormous, as the sound of incoming rockets terrified German troops even before impact. Katyushas were highly effective in supporting infantry attacks, suppressing enemy artillery, and targeting fortified positions. The system's mobility allowed it to strike quickly and retreat before being targeted, making it difficult for enemies to respond. Despite lacking precision compared to traditional artillery, its volume of fire and shock value made it a decisive weapon on the battlefield. The BM-13 represents a combination of ingenuity, mobility, and psychological warfare, cementing its place as one of the most feared Soviet weapons of World War II. Number 2. IS-2 Heavy Tank. The IS-2 Heavy Tank was a late World War II Soviet breakthrough vehicle, designed to counter the most heavily armored German tanks, including the Tiger and Panther. It mounted a powerful 122mm gun capable of both high explosive and armor-piercing rounds, making it effective against fortifications and armored vehicles alike. The tank's thick frontal armor provided exceptional protection, allowing it to withstand hits that would destroy medium tanks. Despite its weight, the IS-2 was mobile enough to participate in key offensives, including the Battle of Berlin, where it played a decisive role in urban combat. Crews praised its firepower and armor, though the large gun had a slower rate of fire compared to smaller tanks. The IS-2 exemplifies Soviet engineering priorities of the late war period, combining heavy protection, powerful weaponry, and battlefield dominance to achieve strategic advantage. It became a symbol of Red Army strength in the final stages of World War II. Number 1. T-34 Tank. The T-34 is widely regarded as one of the most influential and effective tanks of World War II. Introduced in 1940, it combined a powerful 76.2mm gun, sloped armor, and exceptional mobility, making it superior to many contemporary German tanks. Its sloped armor increased effective protection while keeping weight manageable, and its wide tracks allowed it to maneuver through mud, snow, and rough terrain that slowed enemy vehicles. Mass production of the T-34 enabled the Soviet Union to deploy thousands of units, overwhelming German forces on the Eastern Front. The tank played a decisive role in key battles such as Moscow, Stalingrad, and Kursk, demonstrating both tactical and strategic impact. Lightweight maintenance, crew efficiency, and battlefield reliability made the T-34 a cornerstone of Soviet armored forces. Its design influenced tank development worldwide and cemented its place as an iconic symbol of Soviet innovation during World War II. Thanks for watching. Were these Soviet weapons as fascinating to you as they were to us? If you enjoyed discovering their stories and power, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.